You little asshole. Hi. You're so fucking hard to find when you're the elite mark, but you're just right there in the open. Greetings, lad. Ready to split some stone, are you? I have 3 nice hard rocks for you to build up a sweat on. Don't try nothing fancy now, just hit him with a good solid heavy swing. That's the way to do it, lad. Now you've got the idea. Why don't you have him a little harder with that heavy swing of yours? Hold nothing back. Aye, I can see you're a natural. My head's still ringing with the sound of cracking boulders. Take yourself back to the Axe Master Wernzone and let him know you're ready for something harder. Need to go back to Summerford so I can commune with this crystal. Oh, fuck. Fitzroy, right glad am I to see you safely returned. My lads were all gabbing about hearing what sounded like all 7 hells breaking loose near the grotto. I feared I'd sent you to your death. If you're in the middle of that commotion, I hope it yielded something of interest. I'd hate to think you risked your life or not. A blade pulled from the back of a creature you slew at the cave, eh? Aye, I'd agree that such a knife would be part of any seafaring man's kit. I'm starting to think that these ruffians are pirates come to lure my farmhands back to a life of plunder. Chances are they didn't take kindly to your appearance on the doorstep and set a mad goobo on you. Aye, the pirates have been adding to their numbers of late. I'd best warn the lads and lasses in my employ to be on guard against their schemes. Hmm? You met someone else at the grotto. A woman with a strange contraption. Ah, Ishtola. She's been in Limsa Limits for a good while now. Her studies of the ether often bring her about to Summerford, so her presence at the grotto is hardly unusual. She's an odd-looking lass, I'll grant you, but she's not the kind to associate with kidnappers. You may take my word for that. Where trust should be lacking is in those yeomen of mine who have yet to wholly relinquish their pirate pasts. The temptation to return to the free and easy life of a buccaneer may prove too strong to resist. You have my thanks, Fitzroy. If it weren't for the efforts of that stalwart adventurers like yourself, this farm would be in a far worse state than it is. Just you keep on lending your talents to those in need, eh? Help bring Limsa the brighter future she deserves. That sea sloth Severin and his lot never around when there's work to be done. I'd sooner hire you for the sake of getting things done, but then the rapscallions would never learn. Round them up and let them know that Stillrun would like a word. Don't take no for an answer. Yep. Go back to Limsa. Oh, wait. Fuck. Okay, I have quests here anyway, so... Welcome to Limsa Laminsa. If there's aught you would like to know, feel free to... You've got something for me to say? A missing persons list. I'm not sure I follow. Thanks for bringing the list. I'll be sure to memorize these names. If any of the missing persons reappear, you can count on me to spot them. Most folk enter the city via the Zephyr Drift, which means they must pass through this bulwark hole. That's why I'm on constant watch here, and undercover so as to keep an eye out for suspicious activity. I've been doing this for so long, I've become a pretty good judge of character. If there are shady characters sulking about, you can rest assured I can pick them out. The Bismarck wants fresh lamb, does it? Gods, I could do with a slice myself, fresh off the grill and dripping in its own juices. Sorry, friend. Haven't got a single bite to eat since my shift began. Any road, you can get lamb easily enough by hunting the lambs that graze outside the city. Go through the Zephyr Gate and follow the path east from south for a bit. You'll run into the fluffy and tasty critters before long. Jodby said an adventurer might be dropping by to deliver something special. That you, lad. Ah, Hills, lad, you didn't have to go to all this trouble. This goddamn smell, I've hated Aurelia umbrella since I was a sellsword. It's only the nastiest shite I've ever put in my mouth. We tried sprinkling it with salt and cooking it over a campfire, but still a little better than chewing on driftwood. Try it for yourself, lad, you'll see what I mean. Oh, actually. So the Steads in over their heads with the kobolds, are they? 'Twas wishful thinking to believe mine rats would stay put in old Gormo. Any barkeep can tell you is the rodents are wont to spread. This wave just comes sooner than reckoned. The pact was a farce. No handshake ever solved a blood feud. We just need to lick our wounds. Well, I suppose they're all healed up. Even the mouse from mistaking no other rascals run rampant. You can be sure they're Orden crystals to summon Titan. And God's help us if they do. And so I'll look back on these petty thefts and skirmishes as the good old times. When that day comes, I tell you. There won't be a company of heroes around to answer our prayers this time neither. Well, an ounce of prevention's worth a pawn's a cure. I'll take to the Yellow Jackets and see if they can't slow the kobolds' advance on the stead. I look so out of place. I am going to go look at the market board. Try to pick up a handful of glams so I can start wearing something that isn't this. Okay. I really don't need that many, though. Oh. Let me pick up a level 10 axe. There we go. Maybe you sell glamour prisms? Oh, maybe. Oh, nah. Okay. Oh yeah, Marauder's Guild. Welcome to the headquarters of the Yellow Jackets, the keepers of the peace in Limsa. Is there I can assist you with? A sample of the spice, courtesy of the Seventh Sage, you say? There's no mistake. This is fire sand, and the kind used by the Garleans besides. Quite intriguing. Very well. We will consider placing an order. Oh, you thought that you had brought me spice. I see you are not familiar with Carvalianisms. For the sake of convenience, he uses the word spice to refer to literally anything he has procured on the high seas. Lest you worry, the man isn't engaged in any activity that is considered piracy. Far from it. Think of him as a trader, a heavily armed one, who represents Liminson interests in eastern lands. A Bilkert the Bismarck, and you have an artist's rendition of the man? What in the seven hells is this supposed to be? It looks more like he prow of a ship than a man's face. Look, we would like nothing more than bring the offended to justice. 'Tis our duty, after all. However, we will need a little bit more to go on in this piece of art. It would be easiest for all involved if Shushmo were to come here and answer some questions. Please relate to her as much. Has the training loosened your muscles and focused your mind, Walter? An urgent request to help has arrived from the Red Rooster Stead, and I've chosen you to respond. It appears a hostile group of megalocrabs has unwittingly elected itself the next test of your prowess. As this is your first outing on official marauder duty, you shall be accompanied by a veteran conjurer by the name of Sulkwid. She waits you on the floor below. May devastation follow in your wake. Couple more quests to turn in, don't mind me. Look like a dweeb. Welcome back. It would seem both samples were rather well received, and this is in no small part due to our affable courier. It's unfortunate, but notoriety accumulated over the course of years does not fade overnight. There are many who are still hesitant to do business with savage pirates. Yet the old days of piracy have passed, giving way to a new wave of opportunity. My crew and I have decided to embrace this wave. With the Admiral's blessing, we engage in a form of trade with Garlean ships. Everything we do, you may rest assured, is within the law. Ah, so you've spoken to Godbert? Wow, within the bell, the Yellow Jackets will a swindling scoundrel locked in a dungeon cell. And then I'll take my filleting knife and... Huh? Godbert wants me to go to the Coral Tower for questioning? But what more information... Uh-oh. Ah. What more information does he want that my drawing doesn't already provide? Isn't a picture supposed to paint 1,000 words? Have you had any luck obtaining fresh lamb? Please hurry. The guests are arriving any moment now. 4 slices of fresh lamb, and right in the nick of time. Thank you ever so much. Just times like this I feel fulfilled in my role. I used to be a chef myself, you see, but my skills weren't quite up to par. So when the Bismarck expanded operations, I asked to be maiden's provisioner instead. This way I can still be part of the business in spite of my shortcomings. Aye, Walter, I know who you are. My brother often has me escort his fledgling marauders out in these more dangerous tasks. I suppose Zone expects me to give you the details then. Very well. It seems the farmers need us to clear out a megalocrab nest near the Mourning Widow in Lower Lenosia. I shall trust you to find your own way there, just don't forget your axe. Looks as if nobody's home. Mayhap they knew we were coming. Aid! I need aid! Please, it's my grandson. Them snippers have got him. I told Sigurd not to get too close. I told him. Get that weapon ready, Walter. We need to move on, now. Bugger and shite, get away from me, you bloody great bastard! Some of these bastards are harder than damn boulders. Thank you, mister. I thought I was dead for sure. Can't even play outside no more, what with all these scary monsters about. Me ma and me dad, they was both killed by some nasty bugger not long ago. An aurochs, big as a mountain. But I bet you could beat it. You take it easy now, son. There's a whole guild full of strapping lads and lasses like Walter here who would be glad to do just that. All you need to do is head home with your grandpa. You let us worry about that big nasty bugger. Consider your first duty a success, Walter. It's time you headed back as well, before one's own begins to worry I left your corpse for the crabs. So, you have shattered the shells of the Megalo crabs and saved the life of a child in the bargain. Thus does our violent craft prove its merit. Well done, Walter. Though no longer a threat to the farmers, you should know that it is unusual for such crabs to be found so near the stead. By all accounts, the creatures were ousted from their usual feeding grounds by a more fierce beast. The beast of which I speak is a known terror in the lands of Lanosia, ever seeking to expand its territory, and that boy's parents were but two of the many victims to fall to its rampages. It is a threat that must be dealt with ere long. Do thoughts of vengeance flit through your mind, Walter? Nurture those urges, but do not yet act upon them. This monstrosity is far beyond your present skills. If you would answer the lad's cry for revenge, then you must grow stronger. Become the raging behemoth this challenge demands. Already have that. And let's see. Oh, it tells me. Okay, I swear I'm paying attention. That looks a little better. Not great, but a little better. Walter, I've gathered what information I could concerning the beast that young Sigurd bade you slay. The tales name this creature Kujata. Those who have witnessed Kujata in the terrifying flesh also call him the Stampeding Mountain. Such is his immense size and bulk. Again, I will not seek to dissuade you from claiming vengeance for the boy's parents. In fact, I encourage it. But atop of the slumbering colossus, you must first become his equal in strength and ferocity. As a single step towards that distant goal, I send you to Blind Iron Mines. We've had word that folk are falling prey to the claws of the local Galagos. It is your task to protect the weak from these unruly creatures. Learn to channel the rage inside you and let your axe blades sing in the righteous slaughter. Oh god. Oh, okay, yeah, that's fine. Alrighty. Welcome back, Walter. Your actions have saved many from needless injury and anguish. But though your efforts are being commended, there is yet much work to be done. Kujata, the object of your vengeance, has trampled a farmer's wagon as he thundered through the lands of Tiller's Rest. The foodstuffs spilled from the overturned wain have attracted all manner of hungry predators. Without produce for the market, the farmers will surely suffer coin for the season. Your duty is less clear. Put down these rapacious scavengers and preserve the cargo. Actually, do that for free. Now we're here. I am Severin. You're the old man's errand boy now. Tell my dear old captain not to wet his britches. I'll be alone. Oh, just so we're clear, I don't care for landlubbers. Go find the chocobo you rode in on and ride on out. Where are you? Oh, you're in the cave. God damn it. No, wait, that's not the cave, is it? Well, there's that one at least. Axes were made for splitting skulls, not stumps. You know what I did in my sailing days? You bet your beard I did, lad. Aye, those were the days. I reckon now I'll have to be satisfied taking my axe to the trees. Ah, you were up on the shore. Okay, that makes more sense. So Stalewern sent you. And what do you reckon I say to that? Damn right. Didn't get where I am by taking guff from any glorified gardeners. I suppose I could see what he wants to get him off my back. We're gonna go this way. Say hi to the scary fart cloud. Once again, your capacity for carnage has been tested and proven. The creatures you defeated, however, were merely some of the many base scavengers that subsist upon the scraps left in the wake of Kujata's rampages. To face Kujata himself, you yet require far more training. But do not despair, Walter. As Axemaster and fellow Marauder, this I swear, I will not rest until I have taught you how to wring every last ounce of power from your weapon, until the blade of your axe can slice cleanly through the thickest hide, the most knotted muscle, the densest bone. This menace will fall by your hand. You may find yourself drawn to explore the possibilities offered by other disciplines and guilds. These distractions are inevitable and perhaps necessary. But I urge you to soon return to the path of the Marauder. I do not wish your edge to dull just as you begin to show such potential. Fare you well, Walter. And then back to looking like a dweeb. How am I supposed to work on an empty stomach? Go on, have a guess at what I had for breakfast. Oh, gods, how'd you know? It's my breath, ain't it? Probably smells as wooden as the food tasted. But I know why you're here. I'd just as soon get some real food in me, but I ain't want to reject a summons from the captain. Work? Can't work when you got my hands full of lifting this mug. You know, I'd wager on my last gill you'd never guess what I'm drinking. Well, you're right about the swill part. I reckon it might be worth a day's doing. Still, one's choice if it'll afford me a taste of proper grog. You continue to impress, lad. All but Severn are accounted for. It's no fault of yours he squirmed out. I've let that worm wriggle through my fingers more times than I can count. Rest assured the next time I see him, I'll put him squarely in the dirt where all such worms belong. It pains me to say, but all the gil in the world can't buy loyalty. There are some like you who can be trusted, but then there are others. Until now, I've had no choice but to rely on that charlatan Severin, even though I am full aware he's been doing shady deals behind my back. More than once I've heard tell of improper trading with goblins. Wouldn't be the least surprised if that were happening right now. Not a bell ago, a sack of oranges vanished, as did Severin. I want you to find and confront the bastard for me, Fitzroy. I'm sure there's wrongdoing afoot, so be sure to doubt anything that comes out of his mouth. Bloody hell, it's not the straight with that paddle. What's this now? Staleborn sent you for the oranges? Huh. It's the old bug I've known all this time. Ugh, what does it matter anyway? Listen, you're one of those goody-goody adventure types, right? Go rescue me mates from those double-dealing goblins. They're just over yonder by the bonfire. Oh, whoops. Wrong goblins. If you hadn't come, my dodo would have been cooked. Cooked dodo. Severin sent you? Ha! The way he flew out of here, I was sure he'd sold us down the river. I owe you one. Would have gotten away myself if not for Severin shoving me aside. You saved me mates, and for that I owe you. Suppose I should be ashamed I couldn't clean up my own mess, but a pirate knows no shame. I have no qualms about going back on my word. I'm only giving you this sack because I like the cut of your jib. Take it to Ossine, and send him my regards. Huh. Wonder if you can see the aetheryte from here. No way, I went the wrong direction. Well, this will be faster. Well met, traveler. Might I interest you in a chocobo porter? Ah, do not tell me. This is your first visit to this stop. I shall update my register with your name so that you may access this location in the future. what we have here? Delivery from Summerford Farms and is scheduled. First time for everything. Well, look at that. Not a single one missing either. But the only things not here are those bagmen, and I don't miss them one bit. Here's Stillworm's payment in full. With you, I can trust it'll reach him. Back in one piece. That's a relief. How'd you fare, Fitzroy? This is what I was aiming for. Looks to be all I was owed, alright. I'd be telling you false if I claimed I'd not held out more hope for Severin. I was even willing to overlook the skimming off the top, to sell us all short in favor of those god's-forsaken goblins. You do well to mind yourself around that two-gill cheat. If he'd leave his own mates for dead, there's no telling what he'd do to you. Oh, right. Walter was about to start this MSQ. Blast, at this rate, crops will never be ready for harvest. Oh, dinner time, too. I'm kind of trying to work my way through mine. I think I'm going to put it in the fridge because it got cold. But it's there for tomorrow, you know? Don't have to make any effort. If only we had black loam, just a bit could send our stocks soaring. I bet Rotweeda knows where you might find some. Perhaps you might pay her a visit in the orchard. And if you're headed to Tiller's Rest, I have a favor to ask of you. The pirates have been away from the sea for far too long, and their broken hearts turn to bloodshed for solace. A full supply of medicine lasts barely a week. If you could buy a high potion and take it up to Wedaloaf, you might well save some lives. I should already have a high potion as a previous quest reward, so don't need to buy one, we just need to... Oh. I can't take the shortcut. And I have no mounts yet. So we are walking. Oh, I guess main story quest is on the way. That Gerson's got a head of cabbage if he thinks I'm fetching him any black loam. But if you dare to pinch some from the cookpot, then be my guest. Just mind you don't get trampled upon by the aurochs that dwell there. Once you've got 3 bushels worth, take the black loam to Prefwall at the Tiller's Rest. He'll know what to do. Game teaching us how to interact with things. Let's go talk to Wedaloaf. I'm plumb out of potions. Any sorry sufferer knocking on my door may as well be knocking on Tall's. All I can offer him is a prayer. Yep, I got one as a quest reward previously. Were I a God-fearing man, I'd say you were heaven sent. After the dust settles from the next pirate brawl, some sorry soul will owe you his lousy life. I pity the poor fish out of water. At first I thought the fights were just to kill time, but now I believe some truly have a death wish. There's nothing that can be done about that. We can't make them want to live. All we can do is hope they learn to love the land. Off we go, off we go. And hey, it's the area where the first guild test takes place. I hear him. Oh, and they're also a part of my hunting log. This will be nice. going to move that over here. There we go. Marauder 8. Where are we at with that? Okay, so we just need Grounded Raider and the Megalo Crab, which are both in this area. Yes. Probably across the bridge. Alright, we got the Black Loam. Now we just have to get out of here without making him mad. I think my last 2 targets are over in this direction, thereabouts. Yeah, there's the Megalo Crabs. Can't see the human targets I'm supposed to go after. I can always fast travel back to Summerford. Let's go take care of this now. I would jump down if I could, lad. Megalo Crab. It's a good thing they're docile. Because I couldn't imagine multiple instances of this crab getting mad at me. Yep, Megalo Crab, and then I think my last quarry is going to be in this direction. Oh, yep. Figured that was going to happen. Skogs Fru! I hate you! First time I found you, I died instantly because I didn't know better. Okay, I believe... my last guys are going to be in this area past the gate. That's Denevil. Three Mom Bend. Well, we'll fast travel back to Summerford because it's going to be easier to get where we need to go. Go down the road. Oh, there's the raiders. Oh, they're part of the fate too. That's super helpful. Ah, now I'm over leveled for the fate. So this difficulty tier is mostly in... starts in lower Lanacias. Alrighty. Let's kill a few more of these guys as they spawn in. Oh, shit. Come back. Get mad at me. There we go. Oh, coming up over here to the same spot. Ah, even the weeds wither and die in this desolate dirt. But a bit of this blackloam ought to change all that. Haven't seen any in ages. Gathering blackloam's not for the weak of will, nor the weak of stomach, eh? Ha ha ha. Oh, don't tell me Gassant and Rotweeda neglected to mention where blackloam comes from. Well, surely you figured out all on your own from the cloying stench. It comes from the Auroch's lair, of all places. Well, why dwell on who misled whom about what? What matters is that your efforts have brought us the blackloam, and we can expect a bountiful harvest as a result. Thank you. Yeah, I didn't think it was better. Confounded pirates. They know nothing of tillin', only killin'. Stealing our shovels to melt and forge into axes of all things. They're biting the hand that feeds them, the mangy mongrels. I'd love to teach those curs a lesson in obedience myself, had I not sworn to Stilwern that I wouldn't fight no more. So I need you to bring back our farm tools, and make sure those dogs reap what they've sown. Which, that's literally just 60 feet away. A quick jog. Oh. Oh god. Well, here we go. Oh, fuck, fuck, fuck. Ow, 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 ow. Okay, I killed all of them. I barely survived, but I killed all of them. Oi. I wonder what those sea dogs will try and steal when there's no harvest. Ah, good to see the tools back, and in serviceable condition, which will be more than we can say of Severn when we get our hands on him. The wretch likely had a role in the theft. Spied him meeting the pirates in secret, I did. I couldn't care less if the Wastrel won't work, but when he consorts with cut purses that take our tools away, he's crossed the line. Staleworm ought to know what sort of scalawag he's dealing with. Take word to him, would you? And for that, we get to just teleport back, easy peasy. Okay, where are you? Pirates making off with our tools? Freywell did well not to take matters into his own hands. Last thing I need is blood on my crops. But I'll be damned if Severn thinks he can take us for fools. His treachery won't go unpunished. It's worse than what I have, so we're just going to take that. And another level. I've come to expect a great deal from you, lad, and you've never once let me down. Yet what I ask of you now goes beyond aught I've asked before. Would you hear my plea all the same? It eases my mind to have your ear. You're no doubt familiar with the scoundrel Severin by now. Well, the scheming scapegrace is at it again. Since that letter came for him, he's been skulking about in that manner that he does when he's up to no good. Now he's rounded up his rogues and buggered off with nary a word to anyone. I've grown accustomed to his insolence, but something tells me this is different. It ain't exactly damning, but when he last had words with him, he didn't look defiant so much as hunted. Can't help think he's gone looking for trouble and found more than he wanted. So I was hoping you might be able to hunt his sorry hide down and drag it back here before it's too late. The ungrateful little cur bites me every chance he gets, but I can't quite bring myself to cut him loose. I suppose he reminds me a bit of my younger self. Suffice it to say, I'd rather he didn't come to a sticky end. As for how to find him, I'd try asking Grenawida at the Aetherite. She was the last one to see him. I dare say she'll be able to tell you where he was headed. Now, is that by the Aetherite or in the house? Nothing that passes through those gates escapes my notice. I saw the Rouser and his rabble set out for Woad Whisper Canyon not long ago, singing about drinking themselves stupider. Cheeky sods said I should join them. I told them I'd rather shrivel up than sip whatever it was that had picked their brains. If you find the idle swine, be sure to give him a cuff round the ear from me, will you? We are going up this way. Wonder if I can jump up from here. It looks like I can. There we go. Didn't even have to go all the way to the bridge, even though my path would have taken me there regardless. Ah. Of all the dirty, deceitful, downright dastardly deeds that slippery bastard's done. Claiming to take the lads out for a drink only to lead us straight into a bloody trap. Don't get no lower than that. Of course, I've learned to stay a step ahead of old Severin, so I was ready, but the others weren't so lucky. You've got to help them. And it's me being the one to rein Severin back in. My axe may as well have been a white flag for all the good it did. Hope you fare better, or the sorry bastards are done for. Severin might have gotten us into this mess, but I ain't about to let him give his life for us. I'd sooner bow to a fishback than be in that conniving bastard's debt. To arms! A true knave. You betray even yourself, Severin. We were prepared to overlook the matter of your desertion on the condition that you provided us with suitable replacements. That was the agreement. Yet your latest change of heart leaves your debt to us unpaid. Few are they who betray the Serpent Reavers twice. You will not do so a third time. Cowering behind your protector will only delay the inevitable. Honorless wretch, your life is all you have left. And worthless though it be, we shall take it. O mournful voice of creation, grant ye this humble stone a soul, that it may wake to life. Aw, baby's first golem. And that's it. Walter took it down quite easy. That the golem could be vanquished. That man is no ordinary adventurer. The snake slithered away. I am only glad he did not have the chance to sink his fangs more deeply into you. Those pirates do not belong to any of the known Lamenson factions. Whom then do they serve? The beast tribes? Surely not. But the timing of their appearance coincides all too neatly with the recent surge in Sahagin and Kobold activity. Something's afoot. The question is, what? Could it be that the tribes are planning to summon their primals? 12 help us if it should prove so. Limsa would be hard-pressed to keep a single primal at bay, let alone two. But all is yet speculation. I must needs find evidence. The seas continue to rise, while the lesser moon continues to fall. And ilm by ilm, the world becomes ever more unlike itself. It is as Louis Soir foretold. The coming of chaos has rendered the laws of nature mutable, blurring the boundary between the material and ethereal planes. Little now stands between us and the primals. But they are not here yet. Though time be against us, hope shall ever be on our side. Never did the creed of Charlene ring more true. Never did I dream that I would possess the means to see ether. Yet now that I do begin to take it for granted. How swiftly do the wonders of Charlene seem commonplace. Here, for you. Have you come for the festivities? Today the Maelstrom officially makes that great hole in the sea its training ground. Join in the celebrations. A disturbance in the etheric flow. See some grotto, perhaps. "'Tis I. Regrettably, no. He eluded me." "Understood. I will inform the Commodore." "You collapsed from your exertions. Are you suitably recovered?" "Severn here has apprised me of all that has transpired. His account shed some light on how you came to be attacked by a golem, of all things." "A golem is a mindless automaton, inert save when commanded to be otherwise. Common pirates could not hope to control such a thing. But then these tattooed wretches are no common pirates. They are minions of the Sahagin. As to their purpose, well... But first I must escort Severn back to his place of employment. I dare say Staleworm will be wondering what has become of him. And you too, for that matter. I will bear word to him of your preservation, but I am certain he would like to thank you in person. Please, pray pay the man a visit." "Ah, he told me of you, but perchance did not tell you of me. My name is Ishtola. I am a naturalist of sorts, surveying the ether in the hope that it may offer up some clue as to our predicament." "I'd say I owed you my life, but that don't cover it. If it weren't for you, my friends would be dead and all. 'Tis a debt I can never repay, but I'll not make things worse by running away. Take me to Summerford Farms, and I'll face the consequences." "For reasons I cannot fathom, you seem... Forgive me. Mayhap we shall have a chance to speak again when I have marshaled my thoughts. Until our paths next cross, farewell." Oh, fuck, I've got so much more gil now. Yeah, let's teleport to where we need to go. I don't know why I was running. Lo, I knew you'd return. Ishtrola delivered Severn a bit ago. Tales of your heroic deeds precede you. The rest came shuffling back too. The lot of them sporting the same haunted expression. It's me who's to blame for that. That and the rest. I was once a serpent reaver. A thrall to the Sahagin. 7 hells. Reavers may look and sound and act like pirates, but they're not but the fishbacks flunkies. Us pirates ain't much for laws, but there's things we won't do. We've got a code, see? But the Reavers have never followed a word of it. A few years back, they started snatching law-abiding Laminsons. I'd only just taken my oath when our captain bent the knee to his new Sahagin masters. I knew I had to get away. So I crept off one night, got myself a new name, and found myself a new home, Summerford Farms. Trouble is, secrets don't stay secret for long round here, and the word soon spread, all the way back to the sea. The penalty for desertion is death, but the Reavers offered me a way out instead. My freedom in exchange for my mates. The letter. I don't know what I was thinking. I wasn't bloody thinking. Too busy soiling myself. Aye, but you got there in the end, didn't you? When the time came, you made the right decision. The men say little to me, but I hear him talk of how you stood up to the Reavers at the last. Of how you tried to give your life to save theirs. Be that as it may, no deed, however good, can atone for the crime of betraying your brethren. I know that, I do. That's why I'm going to hand myself over to the Yellow Jackets. I'll bring shame to the farm no more. You'll hear no arguments from me. Each man must sail according to his own moral compass. I just hope yours guides you back here someday. There'll always be a place for you at some of our farms, lad. And I'll always be in your debt. I owe you a debt too, Walter. Not once have you let me down. Thank you for saving the men at my farm. If I could ask one more favor of you, it'd be this. Tell Baderon what's happened from start to finish. I'm certain he'd put in a good word for Severn if he knew the whole story. And he's one of the few people I know who the Yellow Jackets will listen to. Well, I reckon I've asked all I can possibly ask of you. Safe travels, son. Actually, I did level up twice. Okay. Bloody hells. Life on the farm ain't quite how I pictured it. But you needn't worry yourself over young Severn. The Yellow Jacket as hands out with punishments is a good mate of mine. If I ask him nice, I reckon he'd be willing to commute the lead sentence from Anglin to Keelalla. Kindly gent that he is. I'm only jesting with ye. I'll see he's treated fair. Now, it sounds to me like you've done everything Old Stilram asked of ye and more. Justifying me generous finder's fee in the process. Much obliged, lad. As for reward, well, she's a lonely lady, this charming wench of mine. How do you fancy keeping her company for a spell with free room and board? Venturing's a trying business, after all. Them as don't rest their bones every now and again tend to end up with broken ones. And take it from me, fighting ain't nearly so much fun when you're nursing a shattered arm. Got that? Good. There'll always be a free bed for you, so make use of it. Not that you'll have much time for lying around, with all the leaves you'll be doing. Oh, didn't I mention? I'm putting your name down for leaves. Our guild draws all manner of clients, offering all manner of odd jobs. Honestly, you'd be amazed how much folk will pay to avoid doing an honest day's labor. Just give Tomokri a shout when you feel like making a few extra gil. She'll always have some task or other for you to do. Oh, and it's all above board, in case you're wondering. We're careful to stay on the Admiral's right side near, unlike some pirates I could mention. I tell ye, if it turns out they had to do with them kidnapping, so there'll be 7 hells to pay. A proper bleeding reckoning. Mayhap that's what Limsa needs, though. On rough seas, sometimes you have to rock the boat to right it. But we'll have time for such talk when you're well and rested. Till then, enjoy the wench's hospitality. You now have access to recommendations. This feature displays a list of quests or duties available in your area. The recommendations list can be opened from under duty in the main menu. It will also be displayed automatically when you log in. So this is what I've been waiting to unlock, because it tells us everything we can do. We'll take up crafting another time, so we're going to leave these crafting ones alone. But we're going to take the leaves, because I do want to unlock those. Greetings, Walter. Baderon has been most effusive in his praise of your accomplishments. Have you considered putting your abilities to use for the Adventurers Guild by undertaking a guild leave or two? Guild leaves are the means by which we document requests for assistance from the citizenry, prior to assigning them to adventurers possessed of the necessary skills. From battlecraft leaves that require the extermination of monsters, to tradecraft leaves that ask for the creation of goods, the tasks we term leave quests are many and varied in their nature. Should your interest be piqued, I suggest you make your way to Swiftperch and speak with Swigskiff. They'll be happy to set your feet on the path in completing your first leave quest. How do you fare, Walter? Rested and ready to expand your horizons? Well then, I have an idea where you might try it next. Have you heard of the skylift out in the middle of Lanosia? If you ever visited Wold Whisper Canyon, then you must have been up and down the thing at least once. It's that big bleeding scaffolding attached to the descent. You have likely seen the lads and lasses out there using it to haul cargo up to the cliff face. Hard labour, that. I hear they could use an enterprising soul to pick up the odd jobs when all the buggers time to deal with. Track down the head of the operation, bloke by the name of Wirkit, and it'll be sure to put you to work on a task or two. We're just going to teleport. We'll transport our way there. Just keep going. Alrighty. And down the skylift we go. Veteran sent you out here, did he? Then consider yourself welcome at the skylift. Look at that bloody cliff, will you? One blast of fiery hell from that huge dragon was all it took to split the ground in half. Cargo still needs to get through, though, so this mess of wooden pulleys was our solution to the problem. Well, one of them at least. If the gods were kind, and they ain't, I'd have a dozen more workers to handle my growing list of headaches. Glad I am to see you again, lad. A wagon driver just returned in a great bloody hurry, screamed about some monstrosity what sprang up from a million-cord seedling in his cargo. Seems the gutless bastard tossed it over the side afore turning tail and running for his life. I need you to head down the road, recover that seedling, and deliver it to Lilith over at Swiftperch in western Lanosia. Whatever he pays for you for the cargo is yours to keep. After all, I don't rightly know what else is lurking inside that plant, and you deserve to be rewarded for your troubles. Oh, and you'll also find an aetheryte in Swiftperch, so the journey should be worth your while. Oh, over here. This will get us a new zone, and I believe... Yeah, Western Lanasia. I believe we'll be able to start doing some of our hunting log here, too. And Swigskiff is here. Greetings, lad. My name's Swigskiff, and I am in charge of the sign and local leave quests here at Swiftperch. Tamokri sent you my way, did she? Well then, let's get you started. Right after we see you've got the brass to overcome the challenges you're likely to encounter around these parts. Take a look over the task outlined in the skill leave. You reckon you can handle it? It teaches us how to accept guild leaves. Megalo crabs are eating all the fish in my hole, and Wawalago has the nerve to chide me over not meeting my daily quota. Well, I'll show him. I'll use the money he hides behind his giant stuffed Yumgrim salmon hanging in his office to hire an adventurer to slay all the crabs for me. Whoever accepts this task must be forewarned. The Megalo crabs will run for help when injured. Be properly prepared to make chase. And yeah, this gets me a piece of gear that is considerably higher than the one I'm currently wearing on my head. Good to hear. Now, Megalo crabs, they like to run off to their mates when they're feeling overmatched. If you don't want to find yourself armpit Steve and Snippers, then you best finish them quickly. I know how to initiate leave quests, thankfully. And we're going to do recommended level +4 because I'm 14. And that's what this would put the level. That's what it would put the leave quest at. So, thankfully, we're right where we need to be. Just teaching us all about leave quests. Again, thankfully I already know how to do this, so we're good. You seem to have had little trouble, lad. Here's the reward for your efforts. As I say, that should level me. I reckon you'll do just fine with the rest of my jobs. There's always plenty to do here at Swiftperch, what with all the rebuilding and such. Be sure to make yourself useful. Has Nemaya herself forsaken this desolate land? Though I understood there were risks in gambling my entire fortune on a crop of million corn, I at least expected the seedling to be delivered before disaster struck. Is that my million corn seedling? Oh, joyous day, it may seem a paltry beginning, but the yield of this particular variety of crop plant is nothing short of astonishing. As you've undoubtedly noticed, Swiftperch lacks a certain, shall we say, vital energy. Thus I mean to restore a modicum of hope to its residents by growing a veritable ocean of corn. You, sir, seem fit to burst with vim and vigor. Might I persuade you to abide a while to help nurture this ailing settlement? Oh, yep. Alright. You there, adventurer. Cast your eyes towards the brewer's beacon. Does the light not seem uncommonly weak? It cannot possibly be bright enough to guide ships sailing the bay. I would march over to the lighthouse and investigate myself, but I am duty-bound to remain at my post. I would consider it a favor if you could make a visit to the brewer's beacon and see if aught has befallen Conswis, the lighthouse keeper. We'll take a few leaves as well. By the by, a sturdy venturer like yourself may want to look into guild hests. Have a word with Battlewarden Terroro, and she'll give you the details. Don't you fret now, lad. I'll set her straight if she has any doubts to your ability. Word travels quickly in Swiftmarch. Here to learn about guild hests, are we? What's a guild hest? Why, it's the hest issued by the Adventurers Guild, savvy? When a certain task brought to the attention of the guild is a little too grand for a leave, but not grand enough for grand company involvement, they're deemed guild hests and sent to yours truly. But don't let the lack of grandeur fool you. The tasks are anything but simple. Most make place in tight quarters, and all require precision teamwork twixt you and your battlemates. And so what do you get in return for placing your neck on the Loppin block? Besides a beam and grin from battle-worn Tiroro Tiro? Fame, fortune, the usual. So I presume you'd be joining our next operation. I unlocked the Duty Finder and Guild Hests. In the meantime, I can travel back to Limsa Laminsa and start the next Marauder quest. I see you have been diligent in your training. You need not tell me in words, it shows in your bearing, in your unwavering gaze. It is time for you to once more lift your axe in service to the guild. There have been reports of a sizable creature roaming the outskirts of Ailport in western Lanasia. This monster is no Kujata, but the threat it presents to the locals is nonetheless sufficient to warrant our attention. It should also prove a worthy foe to test your burgeoning prowess. How to find this beast? Well, I am fortunate enough to count among my acquaintances a veteran hunter and archer by the name of Rainfred. He took up residence in Ailport some years ago and will gladly aid you in this task. With Rainfred's assistance, you are to track down this prowling danger and provide it swift and bloody passage to the afterlife. May your axe swing true. Let's see. Oh, first, I have some better gear. And I look like a dweeb again. Ailport is unattuned. Swift Perch is not. Oh, that looks like a fate. That is a fate. It is believed most crabs only live for 2 to 3 years, fewer if nearby Laminsans are hungry. There is one crab, however, that is rumored to have survived since the 5th Astral Era, surviving on the blood of a man that no one can truly back that claim. All things must die. In old Six Arms' time has come. Oh, that could have been worse. Oh, really? Point one? Couldn't just give me that. You say a yellow jacket sent you here? Eh, my light's grown dim, has it? Well, of course it bloody has. The bomb what fuels me furnace has up and buggered off, you see. If I don't get that beacon fixed up soon, there'll be trouble in the water. I know you're just the messenger, lad, but can you tell a venturer when I see one? I'm going to need you to chase down that bomb and bring it back a claw of what you ripped from its smoldering corpse. Take this here iron brazier and set her down in the middle of the flock. Somewhere near the scarecrow, I'd say. Get you a nice fire going and that frisky bomb will soon be about. Watch you don't singe your eyebrows, lad. Oh yeah, that's Pharaoh Sirius. Oh. Got some stuff for the hunting log. As I say, there's more than two here. There has to be. There we go. You need a work, lad. The name's Orwin, and I'm a representative of the Adventurers Guild. Notice the hat? I keep a record of tasks what the locals need doing, and then dole them out to adventurers what look capable. Now, you look capable, but the last that I reckoned was tough enough not to get his face bit off by a bleeding wharf rat. You need to prove to me you can handle this job. Take a look at this here task. Does that seem like something you could do? Memoroon likes sparkly shinies. Memoroon walks to Manlands to trade good goods for shining sparklies. But Memoroon cannot be going home. Memoroon afraid the bad bandits will be taking Memoroon's sparklies. Is there not kind adventure to keep Memoroon safe? Memoroon share shinies to keep Memoroon safe. Ow, fuck. Yeah, I'm familiar with this. Unfortunately. One of Wormzone's boys, are you? Well, I've known that sprat since he was knee-high to a... Well, he was always kind of a big fellow, was Wormzone. And now they call him Axemaster, eh? Not a subtle lot, you marauders. So I suppose you're here to hunt down our local trouble. What you need do, then, is take yourself northwest up to Camp Skull of Heli, and give a good whistle. The mean bugger you're after, his name's Patrapatan, by the way, will come running across the weeded plains. He'll think you're trespassing on his territory, so see, you better have that cleaver of yours ready. Ocean's blessings be upon you.
We're going to ramp up this difficulty. Right there. Oh, this way. That's no trouble. Oh, too far. This might level me. That was easy. I reckon you're tough enough to take on the rest of me leaves. Aileport's an important enough for trade in the region, and there's no shortage of tasks to be had. I look forward to seeing you to make a difference here, adventurer. Okay. Jeez, that is taking a while. Well, well, the mantle of adventure does not drape so awkwardly from your shoulders as it once did. But while questing alone certainly brings its own rewards, you haven't truly adventured till you delved into some darkened dungeon, stalwart comrades at your side. Ancient ruins, echoing caverns, and all manner of deadly places lie hidden across the realm, and these are best conquered in the company of trustworthy allies. And such advice holds true for many a formidable foe that would crush a solitary adventurer. How one fights in a party, however, is often drastically different from how one fights alone. Thus did we construct the Hall of the Novice, where we endeavor to prepare you for those differences. Here within these walls, we offer burgeoning heroes a bevy of training exercises. Step into the flames, my friend, and forge the skills you shall need for the morrow. I am prepared for the Hall of the Novice. We will go ahead and withdraw from that to do this. As we get a ring that will increase our experience earned up through level 30. And that's going to be most advantageous just to take now. Listen up, novice. In this exercise, you'll be learning about avoidance. An enemy often tips his hand before a big strike, so save yourself some urns, step clear of the impact. Show you've learned to get out of the way and you pass. Are we clear? Let me know when you're ready to begin. Watch your opponent carefully. When you see an attack coming, move out of the strike zone. That's the way. Time I switch to a new technique. Better change your dance steps. That's the way. Now it's my turn. I'll teach you not to ignore a ranged opponent. Your last test will be evade both foes at the same time. Think you can dodge us both? And this concludes the exercise. Come see me for your reward. Outstanding! Learning to avoid the obvious attacks is a skill all adventurers need. Those who insist on standing still won't survive long in the profession. And speaking of survival, perfecting each of me lessons will earn you a piece of armor to help you in your chosen role. You can also repeat the same lesson with the other masters, and be rewarded with equipment that works best for students of their combat style. Here's your bonus for completing the exercise. Remember this training on the fields of battle. According to my records, you have yet to fully complete your training. You are under no obligation to finish the final exercise, of course, but there is much to gain and not to be lost in the attempt. Listen up, novice. When it comes to your place in a party, you're the wall of steel that takes the enemy hits. Soaking up the pain and keeping your mates safe, that's what you need to focus on most during battle. Enmity is a measure of how badly a foe wants to kill you. It's your job to be on top of the enemy's list. So for this exercise, you'll be learning about enmity and how to build it. Remember to bolster yourself with defiance before every battle. That'll get your foes to notice you nice and early. The best way to establish yourself as a threat, string together some nasty combinations. In your case, I'd start with a heavy swing, followed up with a maim. Show me a solid series of blows and I'll consider your lesson learned. Are we clear? Let me know when you're ready to begin. Just gonna fix my filters here. Shader sail. Okay. This training exercise is now underway. Hit that wooden warrior with your combination. Heavy swing first, maim second. Don't try nothing fancy. Get the order wrong more than 4 times and we start over. That's the way. Ah, you've got the idea. Keep to the order I told you. The combination won't sting the same if you mix in other techniques. Keep it up, lad. You're almost at the end of it. And that's all I had to do. Use that combination in battle and you build all the enmity you need. When faced with a single foe, it's the simple methods that are often the most effective. Here's your bonus for completing the exercise. Remember this training on the field of battle. According to my records, you have yet to fully complete your training. You are under no obligation to finish the final exercise, of course, but there's much to gain and not to be lost in the attempt. Listen up, novice. Do you recall how you built enmity in the last exercise? This time you'll be testing that combination on a proper opponent. I've said this before, lad, but it bears repeating. Your job is to soak up the pain and keep your mates safe. And you do that by directing the foe's enmity onto yourself. If your ally's still standing at the end of the fight, I'll count that as a win. Are we clear? Let me know when you're ready to begin. This training exercise is now underway. Pound your opponent with your combination. Don't let your ally get hit. That's the way. Your ally's getting slaughtered. Drag the foe's attention onto yourself. And that's it. Aceline 14, thank you for following. I greatly appreciate it. Wait about 10 minutes, you will be able to chat. Thank you again so much. As you've seen, combinations are a fine way of building enmity. When a party is relying on you to take hits, you need a reliable method for grabbing the enemy's attention. Here's your bonus for completing the exercise. Remember this training on the field of battle. Accrue enmity from multiple targets. Listen up, novice. For this exercise, you'll learn how to build enmity with multiple foes. Have you ever tried using the overpower technique? It'll let you aggravate an entire group of enemies. Overpower hits every bugger within a circle around you. Make sure you're positioned so you don't miss anyone. Are we clear? Let me know when you're ready to begin. This training exercise is now underway. Use your overpower technique to hit all 3 dummies at once. If you fail to carry out my instructions 5 times, you'll be starting the exercise over. Well done! You got the idea. That's the way, lad. Keep it up, lad. You're almost at the end of it. When facing multiple foes, it's all about positioning. Here's your bonus for completing the exercise. Remember this training on the field of battle. Engage multiple targets. Listen up, novice. For this exercise, you'll be training against multiple opponents. Use overpower to gain enmity with a group, just like you practiced. Be sure that the enemy's only interested in hitting you. Defeat every enemy on the field, and I'll consider your lesson learned. Are we clear? Let me know when you're ready to begin. Oh, whoops. This training exercise is now underway. Once you got the situation under control, you can start using combinations. Now, it's more damage efficient to just spam overpower until one of them dies. There we go. Do you see how fighting a group calls for a different technique? If you want to be at your most effective, you need to switch your tactics to meet the situation. Here's your bonus for completing the exercise. Remember this training on the field of battle. Okay. So the actual training I have to go back to my guildmaster for. But this is as much as I can do here. Which I'm assuming he's not going to give me that training until after I get this next quest for him done. So in fact, let's go do it. Oh, hey! More Hunter's Log. This should do it. I have to kill 4 of these too. Yes, I do. This will get close to leveling me though, so that's nice. Not quite enough to make me want to chase 6 more of them down. I have been in contact with Rainfred, and he had naught but praise for you. Walter, your representation of the guild has been exemplary. There's one more task I would have you complete this day, a task that will demonstrate for you just how strong you have become. Report to Skafgem, where he waits on the bank of the Ageless River, and he shall help you unveil the untapped power of your axe. I swear I had... I was like, yeah, I swear I had an Aetheryte there. Hello, me coat boy. I see him, I see him. Aye, lad, I know why you're here, and after seeing this big old boulder, I'd wager you know why you're here too. Now, my rock's a bit more of a challenge than those pebbles Rotgheim had you training on. To crack this beauty will require a relatively heavy swing. Impossible, you say? Ha! Warren's Zone wouldn't send you out here if he didn't think you capable. Oh, was that it? Ha! Would you look at that? And on your first attempt, too. Well, I guess it's back to the Axemaster for you. Okay. Sure is interesting that... Yeah, okay. It was nice to meet you too, Ace. Thank you. And yeah, it was a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun playing Final Fantasy with your mom. It was genuinely a great time. Happy to do it again. If you're heading to bed, I hope you sleep well. Thank you, Ace. Like I said, sleep well. We all need good rest nowadays. The speed of strength deserves recognition, and you shall have it in the form of a new technique. Adopted and perfected by our guild forebears, the tomahawk throw was first devised by pirates as an opening attack on closing enemy vessels. Though we primarily focus on close quarter combat, you will no doubt find that having a powerful ranged strike at your disposal greatly expands your tactical versatility. I sense that impending confrontation with Kujata weighs heavily on your mind, Walter. But hurried swings lead to glancing blows. There is no swift road to attaining the peak of mastery you seek. Only a steady, measured ascent. Thank you, Ace. I won't be online for too much longer, probably another 15-ish minutes, but I'll raid out to whoever's on my live list. And then, yeah, I'll be crashing myself. I have a feeling this is all just going to get outclassed by the... And I'll take that. But I have a feeling this is going to get outclassed by the... Sprout training armor. And that's a level to 17. Right, we move Tomahawk to its correct spot. Well, correct for me. I'm used to having it. Okay. Excuse me. Oh, the dodos! Hunting log. It's good to have my long-range attack again. Just making sure I didn't level into any new gear. Oh, we already killed old Six Arms. No need to do it again. Okay, apparently he wants to die. It's going so much faster than last time, too. Like, already the difference is noticeable. Hey, don't spit on your bird friend. See, he doesn't even want to come help you because you spit all over it. All you need to do is take down that runaway bomb and bring me one of its little claws. You got that ashy bastard, did you? Once I put this little firecracker in the furnace, that should keep things running for a while. Had myself a bit of a look while he was gone, and... Had myself a bit of a look while he was gone, and the million cursed me if the furnace went all bent and broken. Small wonder the bloody bomb was able to escape. I patched things up as best I could, but I ain't no Smitty. You might want to have a chat with that yellow jacket friend of yours in Swiftperch, and have him pass the word back to someone in Limsa. Because it's faster. The furnace is damaged, is it? Very well, I shall write up the relevant reports, but these repairs must needs be effected without delay. It seems I have another favor to ask of you, adventurer. Take yourself up straight away to the Armorers Guild in Limsa Liminsa and explain the situation to Forge Master Nanza. Okay, this is the furthest south I can get. Oh, wait. Taking just a minute here. No way. Anywho. Ah, here we go. Okay. I thought I could, since I had done all that stuff on my other character, if I could unlock it on this one just by buying it. The answer is apparently no. The furnace in the brewer's beacon needs repairs. Buyer got speared. I just sent someone out to tinker with it not a week past. Mayhap the bomb counts us a trapped and there was a touch too volatile. I'll have an artisan visit the lighthouse and pay special attention to reinforcing the casing of that furnace. Your work is done here, adventurer. May the navigator guide you on your journeys. What say you to taking on some work from Naldik and Vimelis? We have a great hulking warship to build and could certainly use an extra hand for any number of tasks. For your first job, I'll need you to run this missive over to Otbrin, the head of the shipwright at Moraby Dry Docks. We forge most of the ship's bits and pieces here at the Armorers Guild, but the actual construction takes place at the docks found south of Lower Lenasia. That's also where you'll find the main offices of Naldik and Vimelis. The Moraby Dry Docks is one of Limsa most important districts, at least as far as I'm concerned, and I'm sure you'll not regret attuning yourself to the area's aetherite. If you know confidence in your sense of direction, you'd best be served in making use of the chocobo porters. First for the mizzen mast in case you were wondering. Should you choose to make the trek on your own 2 feet, leave the city through the Tempest Gate, follow the road south. May the navigator guide your steps. I am unattuned. I guess... Actually... It's the Wolf's Den Pier. Good lord, that's a long... Ah, Airport! We'll just ferry our way there. And we don't have to go too far from here to get to where we want to go, which are the dry docks. That's nice. I never see female Hrothgar. You have a missive for me from Forge Master Nanza. I assume it pertains to the pending arrival of the materials I ordered over a moon past. Let's see it then. Blast and botheration. Another delay. I am well aware of the shortage of skilled artisans, but this is insufferable. My apologies. The messenger does not deserve to bear the brunt of my frustration. Might I have your name? Walter, is it? Well, Walter, this proud maiden you see taking shape before you is the Victory, first new vessel to grace the docks since the Calamity. We may have lost the bulk of our ships that fateful day, but starting with this beauty, we will restore the Maelstrom's fleet to its former glory. The Victory is more than a simple warship. It is the symbol of Limsa rebirth from the wreckage wrought by the coming of the Seventh Umbral Era. Thus, we are striving to complete her construction as swiftly as possible, even going so far as to hire veteran shipwrights from outside the thalassocracy. Yet, even with such unprecedented measures, there are never enough hands to handle the abundance of tasks. Should you choose to linger at the docks for a time, there's no end of odd jobs for a hard-working adventurer. Be you fair warned, there's no place here for layabouts and troublemakers. That should level me up. Oh, it so did. Where in the seven hells is that man? Not once in 12 moons has he been late with a shipment, and now 2 whole turns of the sun without a single word. A shipwright of mine, a young man named Frilsmid, recently left Candlekeep Cay to retrieve several crates of supplies ordered from Limsa, but has yet to return. I have sent several missives to Halbroda, but his replies are always the same. He does not recall ever seeing the rite, nor the supplies he was scheduled to collect. That man knows something, and I severely doubt he is telling me the whole truth. As I cannot leave my post, I would ask you to travel to Candlekeep Cay in my stead, and inform Halbroda that if he insists on playing these games, I will personally see that he is transferred to Turtleneck Island, where he can knot alone in the middle of sea for eternity. Oh, that's where we just were. Oh, fuck. God, that is gorgeous. Uh-oh. Well, that's the first time I died. It's because I jumped off a cliff after being seen by an enemy. Oh my god. That's good. That's good. Hey, does that self-righteous dog Albertum doubt that I've never told him anything less than the truth? Turtleback Island? He can't do that, can he? I swore on my poor Nana's grave, Navigator rest her soul, I know not of this frail smith, nor his precious supplies. Hells, we here at the quay have had long enough trouble with these past few suns, what with the sinking of that Limousin cargo ship off the Salt Strand. I haven't the time to take proper piss, let alone make note of every scrag that wanders in off the grip.